So I was doing cards and whatever, connecting, and it's something I already knew, but it was talked about in the cards, and it's something I know that I need to talk about it so I can move the energy from it. When I was staying home with my kids, as part of my proving my worth, I would do basically, like, not kidding, like basically everything around the house. The cleaning, the cooking, the raising, taking care of the kids, doing all their school stuff. Basically, my husband just had to come home from work. And I mean, it was totally like fucking leave it to Bieber, I guess. But I wasn't meeting him with his robe and his slippers and his nightly cocktail, but it was close enough. And in doing that, not only did I do it for him, but I also did it for my kids. And so over giving. And in doing that, it would build up a frustration within inside of me. So I could do it for so long, but then I would get resentful. But of course, why? I mean, I can't say that it was like nobody ever offered to help, because it's not that they didn't, because that would be fake. But at the same time, I didn't take them, or it wasn't all the time. Nothing is all the time. But anyway, so anyway, I'm getting better. I've put up more boundaries, especially when my husband was off work. It was easier for me to do, because I'm not the only one making a mess. You can clean up. You can empty the dishwasher. You can make dinner. You can go to the store. So I've gotten better in a lot of aspects, but there's still parts of me that overgive. And I know why. I know because I don't want the confronting, or I don't want to deal with the attitude of saying you need to do this. Sometimes it's easier because I have, part of my thing too is that I don't have a lot of patience, and so when I want a thing done, I want it done, and I want it done now. And I also, there's a control part of me, which I think is the Capricorn in me, of wanting it a certain way. There's parts that I have laxed, but then there's other parts that are like, really, you can't put all the same glasses together in the cupboard, or you can't separate out a salad fork from a big fork. Like, things like that they drive me crazy. I can feel the pressure of it in my and then I try to remind myself, well, at least they took care of the dishes. There's a part though that the attitude sometimes is more than I feel like dealing with, or it makes me feel like I'm nitpicking. When the kids were little, I would try and do those chore charts, and then it would just be like, it's just easier if I do it. So these are things like, I recognize the pattern, I see it. I paid our daughter to watch our dogs and kind of keep the house up clean, and come home and there's clean towels that haven't been folded. They're just they were taken out of the dryer and then just put in a heap. Wet clothes that were put in the dryer, but then the dryer was never turned on. Like, all of these things that drive me nuts. Trash not going out. And there's a part of me, like, I need to have a discussion with her about it. And then there's that part of you that just is, or at least within me, that's like, oh my God, I don't want to fucking do that. And because it's easier, but at the same time, it's such a disservice to myself. Why don't I deserve respect? Like, maybe that's part of it, of being a people pleaser, but not, yeah, there's some of it. I feel like because of the whole Karen meme thing, like, if you say anything, you're a Karen. If you don't say anything, you're just a stepping stool for people to step on. Because, like, we would go get breakfast and I'd get bacon and I like it extra crispy. And if it wasn't crispy enough, I would send it back and I would get so much grief from my kids and my husband for that part. Like, oh, you're being a Karen. Really? I'm paying for this goddamn bacon and I'd like to be able to eat it the way I want it. So I don't know. I know that this is a thing within me. I've been working on it. There's parts of it that are still coming up. Moving through things isn't always the easiest. But at the same time, I'm tired of doing stuff for other people when they can do it themselves. Like, why do I think that they shouldn't have to do the work? Like, at some point, I'm not going to be here to do the work for them. At some point, I'm hoping all of these kids that are left will be on their own, and they're going to have to do all these things on their own. So, I need to be able to not do it or say no and not just feel neutral about it. And if I want to help, then that's one thing. That's me just wanting to help. But I guess I need to recognize when it's me actually wanting to help or me wanting to overgive. And then there's times when people want to help me, but I don't always take them up on it. Just some thoughts.